Like, because some new things came up that, and you may or may not know anything about this, but I just wanted to ask. I I hit up the guy. As a matter of fact, I did mention this to you that I hit up a guy that recorded the evidence in the Naziah Harris case.
Uh-huh.
And then I found out that he was a friend of Vari's. Do you know anything about that guy or that situation?
No, I'm just now hearing that he might be a friend of Ari's.
So, you don't remember hearing anything about the evidence being found, like between Marquita or Shannon?
I didn't hear anything about them finding any evidence. I heard about that guy that you mentioned. He found the shoe or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then Roxy, I don't know which one of them was first. Roxy and Mark D came across the shoe, and
Situation about some shoes that came about, right? Well, there was an investigation going on by a church. Remember, there was like 9 different precincts investigating by the church. Well, I was live on the scene that day, and there was a lot of information being said on my live. They told me to shut my live down and go live somewhere else, right? Because the information being shut, right? So I went live to somewhere else was across the street. Me and Roxy went live and we found a pair of shoes, right? So we went live on a pair of shoes, and then the police called me back and said, "Hey, well, where are those shoes at? What's going on with the shoes?" I said, "Well, we're right across the street." So they said, "Where you at?" So we waited there for an hour waiting for them to pull up. They didn't show up. Long story short, they went and recovered the shoes, and I found out I got intel about 2.5 months later. They did an investigation on the shoes, a DNA test on the sweat, and they found out that those were actually her shoes after they did a DNA test on the sweat from the shoes, right?
the pink onesie. And then in court, they said that they came across the shoe and pink onesie. So I'm not sure who came across it first, but it's just interesting that so many people came across this evidence.
Yeah, I'm real interested in who found it first now because of what we found out about it. And so, I mean, it was very disturbing that the guy asked for money and all of that. But so the other thing, so Vari never mentioned anything about that, or were you around Vari after Naziah went missing?
I haven't seen Bari. Well, nope. I seen Bari on Thanksgiving. He came over to their mama house on Thanksgiving last year.
2024?
Uh, yeah, that was 2024.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I haven't been around none of them in like 2 years. I can say I can't even put exact time frame on it, but it's been a long time since I've been around them and seen them. But when I went over there Thanksgiving, yeah, he popped up, but he came over with his friends and he was in and out.
Yeah, so the other thing that I wanted to ask you with the new incident that just happened with Vari and Lady, did you hear anything? What did you hear about that?
At the beginning, that first day or night that it happened, the twins came in talking about it. They didn't know exactly what was going on either. They just pretty much probably heard pretty much what everybody else is hearing. Uh, I asked them within that week's time, like, have y'all talked to Bari or his mama or anything? Y'all seen them or anything? They said no. Uh, but ever since then, I haven't heard anything like when it comes to the police or the news or any other word of mouth of, Bari did this or did that, or the mama did this or did that. It's just, the same old stuff that they said from the beginning, but it seemed like it's died down. It doesn't seem true. I don't know if it's true. It hasn't hit no important news or anything like that. I haven't heard anything from Marquita saying anything so far of it's true or she's
Right,
talked about it or anything.
but when they did mention it, what was the conversation? What had they heard had happened?
They was saying that Vari and I can't remember her name, but Vari and his
Lady.
mama lady got into it with a boyfriend or something like that. I didn't even know she had a boyfriend, so I didn't really know who they was talking about. They
He's
just
not
was
her
saying,
boyfriend. I do want to correct that because the daughter, his daughter hit me up and she don't like that he's being referred to as her boyfriend. But I would rather call him the boyfriend than to call him a trick, because that's what they said. They was like, he would say that he was going to trick on a lady, and they didn't know that that's who they was talking about. Now the daughter literally said that lady jabbed him in the head with a screwdriver before, and she got into it with her, or she had a conversation with her about her putting her hands on the father. So that is known according to the daughter. And
Mm.
so, yeah, did you see my video about it?
I want to say I seen your video about it. You know, I just be watching so much stuff, but
Hmm.
yeah, I think I seen that video on.
I
You were
think it
saying
was
that.
only me and another creator that caught that. So
Yeah,
you
I
probably
want.
did see it.
But yeah, I heard that story, and I'm like, okay, it sounds believable.
Excuse me, ma'am. The people of the public wants to know where Nazaya is. Are y'all gonna tell us, or y'all gonna stop playing games? Huh? How you miss your baby? You don't miss your grandbaby? Huh? You don't care about your grandbaby? Hello? Here, take some cheese balls. What's your burger ass?
Girl Butts testified that Butts and Nazaya Harris were at their auto repair shop the evening Nazaya Harris vanished. But Butts told investigators the last time he saw Nazaya was weeks before.
He stated to me that he had last seen her at the end of December or early January, sometime at grandmother's house getting her hair done.
And you said you met with Ms. Annette Harris on the 10th?
Yes.
And that's in January 2020?
January. Yes.
That was early in the morning?
Around between 11 and 12.
School starts at 7:30, so I got there at 7:30. They got there about, I don't know, maybe 8.
Did Desire ever know Jarvis through you?
Yes.
And when did Desire and Jarvis first meet?
When she was little, like age 2.
And can you kind of describe the relationship between Desire and Jarvis?
She'll be just the uncle and the niece relationship, no more than that.
Don't you got out of social media, baby? You on Facebook, don't you?
So I'm giving the privacy of that conversation to Roxy.